Mistakes happen to all of us, but what do we do when that sudden rush of fear takes over? Today, a cheerful little cloud named Pui-mek is going to show us exactly how to transform panic into courage. Our story begins on a breezy afternoon in a cozy living room, where Pui-mek's new friend, Little Elephant, is happily playing. Sitting nearby is his mother's favorite porcelain vase. She had given him a very clear, gentle warning. Please be careful not to run near the vase. But Little Elephant gets a bit carried away. He playfully swings his long trunk, and in a single careless motion, crash! The cherished vase shatters onto the wooden floor. In a fraction of a second, an innocent afternoon of play turns into a sudden crisis. Little Elephant now faces the terrifying reality of his mistake, and a very difficult choice. The sound of breaking glass is instantly replaced by absolute silence. Little Elephant freezes. He begins to tremble, overwhelmed by a deep, suffocating fear of the scolding that is sure to come. In a pure panic, he scrambles to sweep the broken shards away, frantically pushing them behind a nearby curtain to hide what he's done. If you've ever broken a rule or made a serious mistake, you know exactly what this feels like. It's that heavy, sinking feeling in your stomach when you know you have a secret you have to keep from your parents. Little Elephant is completely trapped by the emotional weight of this secret. To escape this fear before his mother discovers the truth, he requires a clear strategy. Time is running out. From down the hall, the steady sound of his mother's footsteps grows louder. She's approaching the living room. As she walks in and asks what happened, Little Elephant's first instinct screams at him to lie, to say the wind knocked it over, or that he has no idea what happened, anything to protect himself from the consequences. But right as he opens his mouth, Pui-mek steps in. The little cloud pauses the moment, whispering a reminder to him, and to us, that there is a strategic solution to fix this without lying. Instead of falling into a trap of deception, Pui-mek introduces a repeatable, reliable process. Let's look at the 3 steps of courage. Courage is not the natural absence of fear. It is a deliberate, step-by-step process that anyone can learn to execute, even when their heart is racing. Step 1 is to stop and admit. Before you can be honest with anyone else, you have to accept personal responsibility internally. Little Elephant does exactly this. He takes a breath and admits to himself that he was the one swinging his trunk. He accepts that he is at fault. Step 2 is to pray for courage. When we lack the bravery to face consequences alone, relying on God for strength bridges the gap between fear and action. He closes his eyes and silently asks God to give him bravery. As he does, that cold, sinking panic dissolves into a feeling of steady, comforting warmth. Finally, Step 3. Speak the truth. The decisive move is to vocalize the mistake out loud to the person you've wronged. Looking up at his mother, Little Elephant pulls back the curtain, points to the broken pieces, and confesses what he did. By completing this specific sequence, admitting the fault, asking for strength, and speaking out loud, a terrifying secret is transformed into a moment of brave honesty. Little Elephant braces himself for the yelling, but instead of severe anger, his mother looks at him with a soft, understanding smile. She comes right down to his level and warmly wraps him up in a gentle, protective hug. She explains that while she is sad about the vase, her pride in his honesty far outweighs that sadness. A broken object can be replaced, but a truthful character is invaluable. And there is a spiritual parallel here. Just as his mother smiles at his honesty, God rejoices when we choose the difficult path of telling the truth. The act of confessing a mistake instantly lifts a heavy emotional burden. It replaces the anxiety of hiding with the profound relief of forgiveness. Together, Pui-mek and Little Elephant joyfully sweep up the remaining pieces of porcelain. Their emotional burden is completely gone. This lesson is anchored in an ancient piece of wisdom. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 22 states, "Lips that speak the truth are a delight to the Lord." So here is a challenge for you. Before you go to bed tonight, examine your own heart. If there is a hidden truth weighing you down, Whisper it to God, or go speak it out loud to your parents. Making mistakes is an unavoidable part of life. We all drop the vase sometimes. But if you choose to follow those 3 steps of honesty, you guarantee that your mistakes will always be met